welcome to South Africa, and I'm going to be taking you along with me on a massive adventure. So everyone, I've been here in South Africa for, at the moment, 24 hours. We're here with Horizon Horseback, who have very kindly invited me here to stay, and oh my goodness, it is incredible. So yesterday we did sort of they call it a practice ride, just to get used to our riding, see what sort of standard we're at, that we're suited to the right horses. And I thought that meant, you know, we'd go for like a little walk around, trot around, maybe a few canters. But no, we saw so much yesterday. So first off, we went through the woods and we saw some giraffe, and oh my goodness, they are incredible to see. But when they walk or when they run, it looks like they're moving in slow motion because their legs are so long, obviously, to go quite far. They don't need to go that far, so that was really interesting. Also, we went on to this more Savannah area and we saw so much. We saw warthogs, so like Pumbaa from The Lion King, that was adorable. We got really close to some zebras as well. Also, at sunset, which was absolutely gorgeous, we went to this lake and there were hippos in there. There were 3 huge hippos and we managed to see one and it yawned, and oh my goodness, I cannot believe how wide their mouths open. So it's just been absolutely magical. I had no idea we would see so much game and so many animals here on just, you know, our first ride. I've also had a second ride while I've been here. That was this morning. It's now sort of lunchtime. So this morning I rode a different horse. That one was called Nemo. She was awesome. And we went up this really rocky area and it was honestly like 4-wheel drive. Okay, these horses know what they're doing. They're used to being out here in the bush. So we were like climbing up these rocks on these horses. It was a little rocky, and we went up to this almost like up a mountain, and the view from up there was incredible. We got some awesome drone shots, and everywhere you go here is just beautiful. So after going up the mountain or up the rocky area, we then went back down to the savannah, got really close to some zebras again, saw some ostriches. They were really cute. There are actually quite a few of them. And then we went to this water area, again like a sort of a dam, and we got to canter through this water, and my horse absolutely loved it. She was splashing through, probably had a smile on my face the whole time. I feel like every single experience I've had here, and I've barely even been, I've been here 24 hours, everything has just been so magical. And yeah, I'm excited for my ride this afternoon. So we sort of have a ride in the morning, a ride in the afternoon, and then sort of now, where it's the hottest part of the day, everyone has a bit of a nap, a bit of a chill. Some people have been playing volleyball. That's been really fun. It's a really nice community here. But anyway, before I end up talking too much, I'm gonna have a bit of a rest, and I'll see you guys when it's time for our afternoon ride. Alright everybody, I'm just about to go on our afternoon ride. We're hopefully going to spot some game today, and we're also going to be going over when it's sunset, so that's going to be beautiful. I'm here with TP, who's short for Tony's pony. I believe she's rather new here at Horizon, and she's a 10-year-old mare. She actually came out with us on our first day. I think it was Tony that was actually riding her. So yeah, I'm really excited to get on and see what we're going to see. I feel like each ride, you don't really have, you have a bit of an idea, but it's a bit of a mystery. But we were really lucky on our first day, so hopefully that luck continues. Then it was time to get onto teepee, and as you can see the tack here is a little bit different, especially the saddles. I believe they use either western saddles or stock saddles, and I've got to say, especially when you're going on a long ride, they are really comfortable. For our third ride here at Horizon, we had Owen as our lead guide up at the front, and then we had Josh at the back. Even though we'd only been here just over 24 hours, I felt like I'd already learned so much about the local wildlife, as the guides are really informative. I've got to say, to travel across the bush, horses definitely are the best form of transport, because not only are you out in nature and not in a 4x4, you can also get over really rocky terrain like this. Then it was time for a change of scenery, and we went back to the Savannah, and oh my goodness, you can tell by the smile on my face, I was so excited to see the warthog. They were probably one of my favourite animals out in South Africa. I just think they're so adorable, especially when they run with their tails in the air. I always thought that they looked a little bit like radio controlled cars. Anyway, we did see lots of other game as well, including these eland, which is actually Africa's largest type of antelope, and I still cannot believe how close we could get to all of the animals, especially while being on horseback. We also saw so many zebras, but before we knew it, it was then time to stop off and watch the sunset. So excuse the helmet hair, I know it looks absolutely disgusting and sweaty, but we just had an absolutely epic gallop. Hopefully we got some really good shots on the drone, and we were just like zooming along. There were the zebras going along with us, there were some ostriches. I was going to say running with us, I think they were probably running away from us if I'm honest, but they were with us and we were going fast. And yeah, now we've come up to this really lovely lookout point for the sunset. The other rides have joined us as well. We've got the horses all tied up, they're all very chilled. I think they do this all the time, so they seem very relaxed. And yeah, time for some sundowners, time for some drinks.
You happy with that out?
I don't know. I'm just so excited. I'm very excited. This doesn't seem real. Now, I've got to say, there wasn't always champagne at the Sundowners because it was somebody's birthday, so we're having a little bit of a celebration. But what was also really nice is that when you did meet up with the other rides, it was so easy to talk to people because everybody has horses in common. We also had a lot of laughs, but before we knew it, it was then time to get back onto the horses before it gets dark so we could get home to the lodge in time for dinner. Good morning everybody, it's currently breakfast time. It's our second breakfast here. I don't know if I should call it day 3 today. It's technically our second full day, and the plan for today is we're actually going to be riding over to a different lodge or a different camp, so that's really exciting. And this morning I realised we haven't really filmed too much here, but something I've learned about here at Horizon is you're either eating, sleeping or riding. So I'm currently doing the eating thing right now. It feels so lovely to have breakfast outside in the sunshine. We've got the lake as a view, so I'll see you guys once I have my food. Alright everyone, it's a little bit earlier today for setting off. We're setting off at around 7ish, but I feel like I've got used to South African time pretty quickly. It's only 2 hours ahead compared to the UK at the moment. But I'm riding Hawkeye today. He looks awesome. I love an Appaloosa, very, very pretty. But the reason why we're setting off earlier today is because we're riding to the second lodge ranch sort of camp place, as I said before, and because it's a little bit of a longer ride, it's around 20k, so we need to set off early so we aren't riding in the sort of midday heat. Also, I don't know how this has happened, but I've ended up sort of almost been coordinated with the horses, so I feel like this top, it's, you know, got a bit of a pattern on, a bit like Hawkeye. I think when I was riding, who was I riding yesterday? I was riding a chestnut called Nemo yesterday, and I had sort of like a burgundy, browny, orangey top on, so there we go. Didn't even know I was riding him until I got on him pretty much, so it's just the matchy, you know? It's in my blood. Then it was time to set off. Our lead guide for the next couple of days was Silas, and then at the back we had one of the volunteers called Louisa, and both of them were absolutely lovely, and again we learned so much about the local wildlife from them, including these guinea fowl. Oh wow. Oh, off they go. As we were riding along, we always had our eyes peeled to look out for game, and we found this absolutely huge herd of wildebeest, which was incredible to see. We also had lots of little breaks and stop-off points to make sure that everybody stayed hydrated, including the horses. And the horses here, the breeds that they have are really hardy and they're used to the South African heat. And then, before we knew it, Lydia spotted something in the distance. Our luck of finding game continued. We found even more giraffe. Now, you're probably going to be hearing this a lot, but I'm going to be saying it, and that is, I cannot believe how close we got to them. Like, we were only a few meters away. It honestly was an experience that I will remember for the rest of my life. Alright everybody, it's now currently the halfway point. We're having a little bit of a rest. The horses have had some grass and some water. We've had some snacks and drinks as well. And Hawkeye here has been amazing. He's definitely one of the faster horses here. He likes to get some speed up when it comes to cantering. And yeah, we have seen so much wildlife. We got really close to some giraffe again. That was awesome. We even got to see them eating as well, which is really cute. We also saw quite a lot of birds as well. We saw some guinea fowl, and we also saw some hornbill, which if you guys have seen The Lion King, that is Zazu, which is pretty cool. We saw some wildebeest, and we also saw some ostrich as well, so lots and lots of wildlife and game here. But anyway, we need to start getting moving soon because we don't want to be riding in the peak of the day when it's really hot. So let's go Hawkeye. You're awesome, aren't you? Yes. Oh my goodness, it's just so much fun. Along the way, we also found this lake that had fresh water in that the horses could drink from, and I've got to say, Hawkeye was pretty keen. He zoomed into that water. I'm not sure how much he actually drank. I think he enjoyed eating the grass a little bit more, and I think it's safe to say the same thing about Lydia's horse, Riff Raff. Alright everybody, we've just come back from our first ride of the day. We're now at the new lodge. Thought I'd do a little bit of a room tour because this is an especially nice one. I think they use this one for like honeymoons and things, so very fancy. We've just had a bite to eat, we've had some lunch, and it's now the hottest part of the day, so we're having a bit more of a chill and a rest. The view here is absolutely incredible. While we were eating, we were watching this little warthog family. There were baby ones as well. It's just absolutely magical here. Anyway, I thought, come in. I thought I'd show you inside to see what it's like. So here we have the living room area. Very nice again with the view. And then back here we have an absolutely huge bed. I really love the ceilings here. It's all kind of like thatched roof. But the coolest part of this room is the bathroom. As I said, the bathroom's beautiful, but if we go through the door behind you, so now we're outside, and the cool thing is that there is an outside shower. How awesome is that? You know, outside, it's nice and warm in the wilderness. That's awesome. It's now around 4:30 and time for our evening ride. So Hawkeye here has been out in the paddock, he's had a roll, he's probably had a bit of a snooze in the shade, had some hay and water. I've had some food myself and have had a bit of a nap, so we've all had a bit of a siesta. Anyway, we've actually got some roan here which are very cute to look at. We're about to go on another adventure because we're now here at Savannah Lodge, a different lodge, so we haven't really explored too much of the area. There might be some new animals and game that we can go and see, but anyway, I'll see you guys when we're out there. And Savannah Lodge sure did have a lot of wildlife. We saw some more little warthogs, which were absolutely adorable, and of course some kudu as well. But the animal I was most excited to see on that particular afternoon was the jackal. We saw some having a snooze and also walking about as well. And then before we knew it, we were walking along and we saw a huge herd of wildebeest up ahead once again. After that, we managed to get really close to some red hartebeest as well as some sesame too, which are both different types of antelope. And I've got to say that each day that I spent in Africa, I really did fall more and more in love with it. From the people to the scenery and the wildlife, it's just absolutely beautiful. And the end of that evening, we had the most spectacular sunset. While I was watching the sun go down, I really did try to take in every single second and appreciate the beauty of it, because I knew that another wonderful day was coming to a close.
Yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. I'm Riff Raff and she's such a sweetheart.
She's so
absolutely
so
love her.
sweet. Yeah, I had quite a big canter on the way up here. Oh my goodness, Hawkeye, he was like, I know where we're going, let's go. And I was like, you know what? Let's have some fun. I'll let him go full speed, spread his legs out, and he just, yeah, he zoomed.
Yeah, you were pretty quick.
He likes being at the front, that's what we found out. He's definitely a leader horse, so when it comes to cantering, he's happiest when he's in the front. If not, he thinks he's racing, and he goes, yeah, he gets a bit excited, but yeah, it should be a glorious sunset this evening. Our last morning at Savannah Lodge started off with us having breakfast while watching all the warthogs snuffling around on their knees. Before we knew it, it was time to saddle up, say goodbye to the local rowan, and then ride all the way back to Horizon Lodge. Along the 20-kilometre journey, we also managed to see a lot more wildlife, including these impala running along with us. And after that, our luck continued because we managed to find another giraffe. And I've got to say, I really cannot get over how beautiful their markings are. It's safe to say the last few days at Savannah Lodge were an absolute blast. We're now back, and Hawkeye has been amazing the last 3 days because we've done a lot of riding with him. He's going to go and be turned out and have a little bit of a rest, I think. But he's been such a good boy. We had so much fun. We actually saw some giraffe on the way back here as well, so that was awesome. But now I think it's time to hose him off, get him untacked, give him some treats, and yeah, time for us to have some lunch as well. So you have to put your stirrups over. I've got quite used to doing that now. There we go. And then, cool, I need to take your saddle off now. They're a bit heavier compared to the saddles I'm used to.
Oh, there we go. Good boy.
Oh, I got the water of me! There's a hole in the hose pipe. Ah! Alright. Here we go, Hawkeye. See you later, dude. Bye. He's awesome. I love him. But my adventure in South Africa didn't finish there. Be sure to keep your eyes out for part 2. I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody for watching today's video. If you're new or have not done so already, please like and subscribe, as it really does help me out and I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!